Under the same moon, we share the love, embracing the differences like hand in glove. Spreading peace and joy, it's a beautiful sight. Together we shine in each other's light. And now do we stand in love's pure might, watching the world share in love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony painting the night. And now do we stand in love's pure might.
Good evening and welcome to Watching the World. We're so blessed tonight to have with us Mama Flips. We know she has one of the best shows in town. Tonight we have new developments that are shaking the nation in regards to Nancy Guthrie. What really happened to her? Will she be found alive, or did something else happen? A newly revealed letter in this case is going to open our eyes that this could be a serious matter. Also, we're going to talk about Pam Bondi. Did you see the large exchanges that she had before Congress? Or what about Donald Trump and Epstein? These are the subject matters that we will be getting to tonight. As you come in, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let's welcome in Mama Flips. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you? How's everybody?
All right. All right. So, what do you think in regards to some of these new events that are happening, especially with Pam Bondi having those major exchanges before Congress?
I'm trying to be respectful of DOJ. I'm trying, but I'm finding it very hard to respect Pam Bondi. She's acting like a damn blonde, and we talk about the stereotype of a blonde being special and special ed. That's what she's acting like. She's not acting like a leadership. She acts like a spoiled child. She doesn't even know how to conduct herself professionally. What she does is she throws shades, and she tried to not even try. She totally disrespect her role as the leader of DOJ. Completely disrespect her role. I know her job is to try to cover up for Donald Trump because that's what he hired for. He's Donald Trump. She's Donald Trump Girl Friday. She's gonna break every law, rule in the planet to keep the Epstein files away from Trump, even if he is listed 38,000 times. And we all know that he has a great friendship at one time with Epstein. She's doing everything she can to keep it out. She couldn't even apologize to the survivors in the room. And you know, what really pissed me off is the fact that she's not only Donald Trump, she's also trying to keep the most wealthy and richest people out of the report. For example, she keeps hiding the billionaire and millionaire names, unless they're Democrats, of course, and then she's more than happy to release. But everybody else, she keeps hiding. But she was willing to unredact all the names of all the survivors. Not only did she unredact their name, she actually showed their email address, their addresses, and everything like that. Some of these survivors, their family didn't even know they were traveled by, and I say traveled because of traffic, but traveled by Epstein. So she doesn't care. She don't care about anything except for covering Donald Trump ass. That's it.
All right, let's get to some of the video. I want to get your opinion on what's happening here.
If you come for law enforcement, the Trump administration will come for you, end quote. I want to show you just a brief video. It's about 30 seconds, and I'll ask you a couple questions about it.
You guys are disgusting, man. Hey, you guys are disgusting. I'm former law enforcement. You're disgusting. You are the Nazi. You are the Gestapo. You can't see it because you're chasing your pension, right? Your pension, your retirement, right? That's what runs your life, your retirement.
The sad thing is they're not even going to get their pension because it's going to be worthless.
And shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah.
Attorney General Bondi, that man works for you now, right?
Who was that, Congressman?
The man in that video, the one who was in the police-worn body cam footage, the one allegedly yelling, "Kill him," at police officers on January 6th, his name is Jared Wise.
He does work for us.
He works for you at the Department
Yes,
of
he
Justice.
does. He does.
This is an individual whom a federal grand jury indicted for 2 felonies and 4 misdemeanors related to his participation in the attack on January 6th. One of those charges was forcibly assaulting, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating, and interfering with police with the intent to commit another felony. This is who you choose as the chief law enforcement officer of the United States of America to hire at the Department of Justice. Someone on video yelling, "Kill him," at police officers, right?
I believe he was pardoned by President Trump.
Oh, he was pardoned. You're right. You're right. Pardoned by President Trump for his offense. Pardoned for yelling, "Kill him," at police officers. And yet you expect hardworking police officers across the country to believe that you take law enforcement seriously. You could imagine the reaction of so many folks across the country hearing the chief law enforcement officer of the United States refuse to even condemn what that individual whom you've now hired did. But in any event, let's talk.
Are you shocked that they hired such a
course not.
individual?
Of course not. Look at him. If you start looking through the personnel files, you're going to see that a lot of the January 6ers are part of the ICE agents, right? They are part of her they are being placed strategically among Donald Trump, administration, just in case Donald Trump needs them to come out and to fight his war for him, because he's going to try to run again in 2018. So he's trying to build his militia that he couldn't build the last time, because the last time he had actual, even though I don't agree with the politics, he actually had leadership that was like, okay, yeah, you're not going to go too far. You're going to go far, but you're not going to go too far. And we had people that was there that they called them adults in the room that prevented him from going too far. This time, everybody he hires is his patsy, and they're going to do whatever they want. That including hiring criminals. Apparently, there was one that actually, unfortunately, was part of the Epstein crowd, where the person was arrested for underage, attacks, in the sexual nature. I want to make sure that, I don't know what we could say on YouTube, but even one of them was found and arrested just the other day for being, as he was I think an ICE profiler or something, background check for ICE, and then he was a child, you know what I'm saying, right? I don't want to say it out loud, but these are the type of people that's working under Trump. So no, I'm not surprised that they're hiring everybody. I mean, look at, what is his name? Lachey or Lachey, that he was just found in the Epstein file just the other day. And there was a video of him stating that him and his wife lived next to Epstein and never wanted to see him again. There's a whole story about him. And then they found out that not only did he continue his friendship with Epstein, he actually went on the island, right? And he tried to build a business with Epstein. And he's one of the Trump leadership. So it's just, nothing surprised me anymore. That's what I'm saying. Nothing surprised me anymore. In fact, I don't know what our MAGA brothers and sisters are going to do about this, because he doesn't care about, I keep saying it over again, Donald Trump and his administration doesn't care about what we think, the Democrats think. He cares about what MAGA brothers and sisters think, and they're not doing enough. They're just going to let him run wild. You understand what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous to me. No, it's just ridiculous.
Were you shocked that she said that Donald Trump had already pardoned him?
No, I'm not shocked. He pardoned everybody from January 6th, right? So that means that, and here's the thing. Okay, one of the things that we have to realize is that everything that Donald Trump does, everybody in his mission, everything they do, they're going to get away with it. I'm sorry, I keep fixing up my shirt. They're going to get away with it, guys. I've accepted it. I'm going to have to live with it. They're going to get away with it. we're the only one as a community that's going to hold these people accountable, right? So everybody that was arrested for January 6th was pardoned. He's pardoning people who had stock market trade issues. He's pardoning rug lords. He's pardoning all these people because they either have a connection to him or a connection with his people, and a lot of them have money. All these criminals are coming out. So no, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he's pardoning them. I'm not surprised that he's giving them work. I'm not surprised that he's part of their family. I'm not surprised they're marrying or dating one of the people that he knows. I'm not surprised at anything that Donald Trump does. Whatever Donald Trump does, I am not surprised.
Okay, let's get back to it here.
Talk a little bit about some of the other divisions within the Department of Justice and what's happened over the last year. You're familiar with the public integrity section of the DOJ's criminal division. I think it's referred to as PIN. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know which presidential administration under which the PIN was first created?
I can tell you what administration that the weaponization was ended under.
I'll reclaim my time. This wasn't a trick question.
You don't get to
Madam Attorney
reclaim
General.
your time.
Madam Attorney General.
Because I don't like
Mr. Chairman,
I
will
don't
you explain to
answer
the witness that
question the way
he
you like
does
it.
reclaim his time?
Because I don't answer a question to your satisfaction.
Mr. Chairman.
Madam Attorney General, the time belongs to the gentleman from Colorado.
The president under which PIN was created was Gerald Ford. It was created after Watergate. I'm not asking a question, Madam Attorney General. The administration under which it was created was Gerald Ford. When you first started as the Attorney General of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Can I answer the question about PIN?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked
work?
me a question, but you don't
How
want
many
the
people
answer.
work
I'm not
for the
gonna answer your
National
questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many
I'll
people?
answer PIN.
You,
So as you notice her interactions, do you think she's speaking in the power of Donald Trump? How does she have such authority?
How does she have such authority? I'm coming back on camera, excuse me. Oh, how did I had to change the shirt? The shirt is making crazy. How does she have such authority? Because Donald Trump gave her the authority, right? And she is bold. Oh my gosh, she's bold. She's bold and she's disrespectful. And you know what's going to happen with this woman? Donald Trump is going to be gone. He's going to be gone. He's not a vampire. He's going to be gone, and she is going to have to deal with the consequences. I hope that everybody's taking notes. I want everybody to take notes because this clown, this blonde, is going to have a lot to answer for. And no matter what Donald Trump does, no matter if he gives her a pardon or anything like that, she's going to suffer just like the rest of them suffered when he left the first 4 years. She is disrespectful. I'm surprised, to be honest with you, with the Democrat. I think the Democrats tried their best to actually keep her in line, but I'm surprised. I needed to have Jasmine Crockett there. Was Jasmine Crockett there? Did she ask her a question?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that later.
Yeah, I need to see what Jasmine Crockett had to say. Everybody needed. You see, that's why I can't be in Congress. I would have dragged that skank like nobody's business. I would have dragged that skank like nobody's business. I would have brought up everything in her family. I would have done such a deep dive in preparation for her disrespect. I would have talked about her mama, her child, her husband, her in-laws. I would have dragged everything about this skank on the Congress floor, and they would have had to just sanction me because there's no way I was going to let this blonde ped protector disrespect me in front of the American people. I just wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have had any patience. Then I said she's a joke. She's not doing her job. Her job, according to my understanding, this was a hearing about the Epstein files, right? It had nothing to do with the stock market. It didn't even have to do with, it didn't really even have to do with, it didn't have to do with the border. It didn't have to do with anything except for Epstein. If she didn't want to talk about Donald Trump, I don't think it's acceptable, but she could at least came in and talk about the victims, how we're going to support the victims, apologized. It wasn't our intention to release their redacting information. She could have blamed a low-level employee and said, we will assure that it will not happen again, and we will give the time to speak to all the survivors. She could have took this whole role very seriously and still not answer. She could have gaslit our asses, but still talk about the issue. But she didn't, because she's a clown. You understand what I'm saying? She's Donald Trump clown. He makes her think, he makes all of them think that they're so high, they're much better and smarter than the rest of us. What she doesn't understand is whoever you meet going up, they're gonna drag your ass down when the next administration come in. And I don't want to hear her write a book or anybody write a book saying, oh, I didn't know, I was doing my job, it wasn't my intent, you got it wrong. I want all of us that's watching this, to keep notes, to maintain history, because she's going to come back crawling on her freaking face, trying to separate herself from Donald Trump and the MAGA community. No disrespect to my MAGA community. We ain't got no beef, bro and sis, MAGA, we good, it's all right. But she's going to drag her ass in her face, trying to tell us that what we're seeing now is not what it was. What she's going to do? She's a clown. And that's it. That's all I have to add.
They said she's one of the best that has been in the last couple of years.
What? Best to do what? What is she best to do? What is she doing? Guys, tell me what she's doing. Give me an example of what she's doing. Please give me an example. What's she doing? Her people are unaliving Americans in the street of New York because of ICE. She can't control. She's not catching anybody significant to the entire United States of America. Everything she's doing is gaslighting and hiding for Donald Trump. What exactly is she doing to help save us? She's talking about our job is, as DOJ, is to stop violent crimes. Skink! What violent crime? Every time I hear you talk about the violent crime of an illegal immigrant. That's what you're talking about. We specifically, the MAGA brothers specifically asked that the Epstein file be released and all the information be out there. It wasn't the Democrats. It was the MAGA brothers and sisters, right? Those are her supporters. She promised. She's lying. She's gaslighting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
She said she had the Epstein files on her desk originally, and that she was really going to get to the bottom of this. Do you think she's doing a beautiful job?
No, she's doing a horrible job. She's lying. She's gaslighting. She can't even answer their questions. She can't even answer their questions. She could have let me tell you something. There's a lot of Republican GOP that I could tell you that has been outlined, disrespectful, slick, gaslighting snakes for the last 12 years. But most of them, they are con men. They could come in the camera and they could just twist the words around to make you believe their bullshit, right? But when it comes to her, she doesn't even feel that she needs to do it. You have people who came in there, even if they did disagree with the Democratic Congress representative, Senate, they came in here respectful. They lied their ass off, but they came in respectful. She's not. For some reason, she thinks her BS is special. She thinks that her shit don't stink. But she's going to learn a lesson. When Donald Trump moves on and transition to Hayes, she's going to learn her lesson. And then she's going to come back and she's going to tell us that it wasn't her intent. That's what she's going to do. So she's an embarrassment. She's an embarrassment to DOJ.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to it here.
He will not be weaponized.
You know what? You know what?
What's funny about this?
I'll say to the chairman.
What's funny about this?
Chairman, you know what the answer is? And I think I understand why the Attorney General does not want to answer the question. Because you eliminated the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team last year. So I understand why you don't want to tell the American people who works there.
Yeah, I understand why you don't want to talk about Mohammed Solomon in your district.
In any event,
who murdered people.
Mr. Chairman, will you stop the clock so his time is not wasted by the witness?
I've been very generous with allowing extra time when we have these little disputes.
I understand.
You got the time, Mr. Goose.
I might as well ask the chairman these questions.
I'd be happy to answer some of your questions.
What's profound, the questions I've asked,
The crime in
Questions
your
I've
district.
asked, Mr. Chairman, are not trick questions. They're not gotcha questions. They're actually basic questions about how the Department of Justice functions and the unwillingness of this Attorney General to answer them in good faith. When a member of Congress asks how many people work at the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team and the Attorney General refuses to answer it, it is not a coincidence. It's because she eliminated the team. Why? Because her boss, the President of the United States, is making money hand over fist, $1.4 billion over the course of the last year through cryptocurrency holdings.
How could he say such a thing about the President of the United States?
Because we already know that Donald Trump became a billionaire behind this presidency. We already know he's using every single method to make money for himself. We know this, right? And we also know that the fact is that every single corporation is falling behind him to allow him to make that happen. Even the media is actually paying bullshit lawsuit. Obviously, he's telling the truth. He knows, the congressman knows that DOJ, FBI, every administration is doing everything they can to cover up for Donald Trump, to allow him to crime. Because that's what he's doing. He's criming all over the place. They're allowing it to happen. So anything that could even be a response to any type of corruption connected to Donald Trump, they're not going to answer. And they're also complicit. Because if she was to answer his question, then that means that it could go on record that she's complicit, that she honestly did that in order to help Donald Trump make $1 million in crypto coin. We all know this, you know. So yeah, so he's telling truth, and that's another way that you could tell that the GOP and the leadership, when somebody's telling the truth about them, when they start gaslighting, you know that they're telling the truth. Because if they were lying, then she would have a response. She would be like, that is not true. This is the reason why the people left. This is the reason why we made the decision that we did. And there's nothing corrupt about it. That's how normal people will answer the question. But not her. Her whole sole job is to protect Donald Trump at any cost, at any way possible. That's her sole job.
Donald Trump says he loves all the American people, even the blacks.
Well, explain to me, and I want Maggie to explain to me what was up with that video about where he had the Obamas as I won't even say what type of animal. Explain to me how he loves the blacks when he treated the first black president, first lady, as with racist disregard, with disrespect. How does he love? Who he love? You know what Donald Trump loved? Let me tell you. You know Hulk Hogan? It's a good story with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was one of them. Hulk Hogan likes the rich blacks, right? But yet, right before he unalived, and I guess rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. He unalived. There was a recording where he said that he didn't want his precious daughter Brooke. You know, she has a great life, beautiful husband, beautiful family. God bless her. No disrespect to Brooke, but he didn't want his daughter Brooke to date one of those. And if she date one of those, he better be a football player making millions. You understand? So Trump and other white people that's similar to Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan, they will accept black people who has money or who has fame or who could be a benefit for them, right? Unfortunately, my black brothers and sisters who on a level, whether they're GOP or they're celebrities like the Nellies of the world and the Snoop Dogs of the world and the Kodak Black of the world and the Ashanti of the world, all of them that's kissing Donald Trump behind, the Tasha K's of the world, all of them that actually following behind Donald Trump, thinking that they're better, that he's not the Nicki Minaj of the world, that think that he's not racist, and they're trying to convince us he's not racist without them realizing that most of us regular black folks understand exactly what time it is. You understand? He's only paying attention to y'all because y'all guys have that money, because he thinks that you guys are exceptional. He could put aside your color because he don't see your color, he see green. But for the rest of us, we ain't shit. The rest of us, we just one of those blacks out there that we ain't nothing. We don't equate to his ideal, or some white people ideal of even equality. So other people telling me that, oh, how he likes the blacks, and oh, look at his connection with this person. You know, the person that makes me crazy. What is that? The golf player that he loves. They've been friends for many years. In fact, he came out to support him. The one that cheated on his wife. Oh my God,
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is a prime example that comes out here like an Uncle Ruckus supporting him, trying to tell us that this fool is not racist when we see every other day this man does some racist stuff to black people. Come on, man. The man is a racist. Let's just accept it and move on. I hate people when people gaslight me. Listen, I know Donald Trump is racist. I know he don't like regular black people. I know that he hates black people who he's intimidated by, like the Obamas, right? I know that he hates black people who he feels that they have a higher education, more money, they're better looking, and they have better families and better circles. They are much loved. He hates all of that. He only likes black people who he could use, who is willing to kiss up his behind. That's it. Everybody else ain't crap to Donald Trump. I know that, you know that. And if you want to accept Donald Trump with his racism, then just accept Donald Trump with his racism. Don't gaslight me and making me think that, oh, Mama Flip, you're wrong, or you're a racist towards him because of the fact that you think that he's a racist, so that means you're a racist toward him. Please stop. I wish people would just stop. Even Tim Scott, who I don't like, who I find is an Uncle Ruckus of 100 times.
Oh my!
Tim Scott is an Uncle Ruckus. Yes, he is. Stop playing with me. Even he was offended with the tweet, with the post about what Donald Trump posted about the mamas. You understand what I'm saying? So if we could get one of our Uncle Rucuses on the other side that's been kissing Donald Trump behind for many, 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 many years and say, oh, this is too far, this was racist, then that means his was racist. Guys, stop playing with me.
Okay, let's see what else is happening here.
She knows.
I think what is happening at the Department of Justice is a disgrace, Mr. Chairman, and I would urge you to gain control of this hearing. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Yeah. I would ask the gentleman, does he agree with the standing up of the Deputy Attorney General for dealing with fraud? That's something that's happened in this administration. First time. You talked about Penn. That happened with this Justice Department.
We're talking about this committee.
Mr. Chairman, had you answered the question, had the Attorney General answered the question in that way, perhaps this hearing would have some modicum of resembling something that has typically been fairly conventional, an oversight hearing of the Department of Justice.
That is not.
Oh, he's really pushing back. What do you think about him?
First of all, Jim Jordan needs to shut up because he needs to answer to his own subpoenas that they asked for his action during January 6th, and also what his knowledge, what happened to when he was in school as a wrestling co-coach, and what he knows about the coach that actually SA'd his fellow college students. So he needs to come up and answer a few questions before he even chairing committee, because he's a joke. Even whenever I see him chair a committee, I'm like, this man is such a freaking hypocrite. He's wasting my time. With that said, the fact that he answered the question to say that DOJ is doing something about fraud and this clowning blonde-headed witch could not answer the question just goes to show how disrespectful she is. But it's going to come a day. Her day is coming. Her day is coming. She is not going to be able to sit in that seat forever. And what she's doing right now is creating her footprint, her history, and she's going to be a laughing joke for our kids and our future generations. Her day is coming. Let her keep on clowning. But me, if it was me, I would have trashed her. I wouldn't have been that respectful if it was me asking a question like that. I wouldn't have allowed her to talk to me that way. It would have been bad.
Wow. You know, her and Kash Patel, they really run the meeting whenever they come before the committee.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kash Patel. I kind of feel sorry for Kash Patel. Let me tell you why I feel Kash Patel.
Tell us about it.
I feel so sorry for her. At least, she feels that she's privileged. She has the white privilege, right? She's blonde and she's MAGA, and she has a white privilege. So a lot of people, the white team males who's voted overwhelmingly for Trump, and so is the white team women, they're going to stand behind her. But poor Kash Patel and his brown skin, He's hated on both sides of the circle, boy. He's hated by the YT people, the MAGA supporters, because they see, look at this Uncle Brown, Uncle Ruckus trying to chuck and jive for Donald Trump, and we can't even stand him and his kind. And he's hated by us because we like, look at this Uncle Ruckus kissing Donald Trump, and we don't want him in Monica. Poor, he has an identity struggle, right? It's just terrible. It's just terrible, and he's going to get in trouble about his girlfriend thing, with him using public funds to travel and see his girlfriend and stuff like that. He's going to get in trouble one day. They're going to do an investigation. But again, as I said, while Donald Trump is in office, right, nothing is going to be done. Everyone that supports Donald Trump and his administration is going to get away with all kind of crimes. We just have to sit around. We have to talk about it. We have to make notes, just like you, Mel. You're keeping all of these videos. So one day when Donald Trump transition out, I want to be able to have all these videos and all these conversations you have, so I could come back and I could talk about it and say, you see, I said this, I said that, I said this, I said that. And I don't want them to come back and say, oh my God, I was just following instructions. That was not my intent. That's not what I meant. So I'm glad we're having this conversation because we're going to need it in the future.
All right. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you. I seek unanimous consent to introduce into the record the research that Representative Kamlager-Dove and I referenced concerning the threat of right-wing domestic terrorism, which the Department of Justice scrubbed from its website in September.
Without objection, the gentlelady from
Thank
Texas
you.
is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children.
Wrong.
Right or wrong, killing random citizens.
Definitely wrong.
Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States.
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors.
Ooh, wow, what's happening here?
Go ahead. That's what I talk about, my girl. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My girl's telling her what it is. You ain't running me, bitch. I'm running this shit. That's my girl. That's why I said I couldn't wait. I was like, wait a minute, where's Jasmine? I don't care about everybody else. Everybody trying to be politically polite. They try to be political. No, Jasmine's like, bitch, I'm not even answering no questions to this skink. Let me just talk to my peoples and let my people know what time we on. That's my Jasmine. Oh, I love her, boy. Woo! Let's continue.
All right.
Because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massie, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on. And frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration.
Do you think it's really corrupt, though?
Of course.
Why would you say such a
I'm
thing?
even offended that you even asked me that kind of question. I'm offended you don't think that this administration is corrupt?
No, I'm just trying to understand what do you mean?
They're lying. They're gaslighting. They're criming. Right? They're hypocrites. Meaning that every single thing they accuse the Democrats of doing during the Biden administration and probably during the Barack Obama administration, they're doing now. And when you call them on it, right? When you call them on it, they open eyes. It's like, oh my God, they're clutching their pearls. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that you're talking to, I can't believe it. Prime example. I'm gonna give a prime example. Probably gonna get me in trouble. The unalivement of Charlie Kirk is a prime example that comes to me. Charlie Kirk should not have been unalived. CK should not have been unalived. I stand by that. I'm a fellow survivor. I don't want nobody unalived. But the way these motherfuckers, excuse my language, has dragged us for every single unalivement that happened. When they dragged us, when they unalived the I think she was a senator, her husband, and even unalived the dog, how they had no care in the world. The fact that when they beat Nancy Pelosi's husband and Don Jr. put an underwear and a hammer on social media, but yet everyone had to clutch their pearls and cry and put their head down because they couldn't even mention the fact that CK said some not great things prior to his unalignment. They clutched their pearls. That's just one example. The fact that they felt that the Epstein file is a prime example. The Epstein file only had Democrats in it, right? They didn't have the Republican. They had Democrats. But once they found out that Republicans was predominantly in it, and Donald Trump is predominantly in it for 38,000 miles, not 38,000 times. Now they're backtracking like, well, you know, do we really want to know?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. So what was he doing for 38,000 times?
Well, I haven't read it. I personally plan on doing a very detailed live that's going to go through every single one of the comments that Donald Trump that mentioned in the FC file. I just haven't had time, but I am going to do it. I'm planning on doing so. I go in the MC file and read everything that is said about him. But apparently there's some horrific stuff that was said, but I haven't read it. But apparently there's been some allegations, because we're on your show, we weren't there, that Donald Trump had something to do with 13-year-old.
Wow.
It's horrible. It's some horrible things about him in there. But like, again, this is why she's not answering any questions. So that's another reason. Him and being an FC file, everybody's turning right. The fact that he's pardoning all of these people. Another example is that he went to Venezuela, picked up an active labeled president, because he was active, labeled president. Okay, Nick Maduro was the president. Whether he got there legal or not, he was. And brought him here because of drug charges, right? And then he pardoned huge drug dealers and gave them a pardon. It's just the hypocrisy, the lies. Also, his Bitcoins, the Trump coins failed. The Melania coins fails. He's making mad money through stock deals. He's taking, did he take that plane from, because I don't even know, did he actually take the plane from not Afghanistan, from Egypt or whoever that was trying to give him the plane? Did he take that plane? That's illegal. Everything he's done since he's been here has been illegal. He doesn't give a damn. Another very, not small thing, but just a very concrete thing. Every time a court tells his administration not to do anything, he does it anyway. For example, if there are people that are filing for their citizenship, they're filing for their green card. ICE is coming in and taking them and putting on a ship, they're putting on a plane and sending them home. Courts are saying to bring these people back. Do not ship them out. Do not fly them out. They're ignoring all rules and convention and shipping out. Everything this mofo is doing is a crime. And he doesn't want to listen to anybody. And nobody is willing to work to stop him. So she's not lying. And the DOJ is a joke. The DOJ is a joke. And oh my God. The thing that they said that Donald Trump ran on, and his MAGA brothers, sisters, no disrespect, but I'm telling y'all ran on this bullshit about how DOJ was criming because they were going against everyone that was either MAGA or GOP, that Biden was using the DOJ as a criminal enterprise to harass Republicans, to harass GOP, to harass Donald Trump. And this fool is doing the exact same thing. His DOJ is going after everybody that he allegedly felt did him wrong. And all he did was talk about how Biden was doing that. The man is sick. So Jasmine is correct. It's just it's the DOJ is a joke. Donald Trump is criming, and that's where we are.
Okay, let's get back to it here.
I love it.
In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second, to return the department to its core mission. Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States.
Do you agree with that?
Yes! Yes! You saw what they did to Don Lemon?
What they do?
What they did to Don Lemon. As a reporter yourself, what do you think that, because we talked about it, what he did to Don Lemon, right? Do you know how many Fox News, I wouldn't even call them reporters, but I guess media had done some outrageous things when Biden was in office? How they disrespected Biden, his family, Hunter, how they disrespected Kamala Harris. Do you know how disgusting Fox News was, Newsmax was? Do you know how disgusting they were as human beings and stuff like that?
Tell us.
And for Donald Trump, they were disgusting. They went and the fact that one of their reporters actually went and got Ashley Biden diary and read it out loud. Yes.
No way.
You understand what I'm saying? They were creeps. They were disgusting. They were degenerates. And now you have degenerates. And now you have a reporter who said, look, I'm going to Minneapolis to cover the rights. He said it. I'm going to be reporting on it.
Okay.
He said it. He went there. He spoke to everyone that was there, including the churchgoers. He tried to speak to the pastor. He spoke to the protesters. He did his job. And because he's a hating ass, Donald Trump sicked his DOJ on Don Lemon. And you know why? Because years ago, Don Lemon played it. When he ran the first time, Don Lemon started his show by saying, the president of the United States is a racist. He did a whole show. He said he did like I think a 20-minute monologue about why he felt that Donald Trump was a racist. Donald Trump held that to his heart for all this time, and he couldn't wait to get Don Lemon on something. And that's he's petty. He's a child. He's a brat.
Whoa. Let me ask you this question. Is it lawful to go into church and interrupt their prayer service and their worship to God?
We talked about this before. Okay.
Preach
whether
on
it's lawful or not. That's
wait
not
a minute.
what
Wait.
We
We got to stick to the law. Which is more righteous, to serve God or to have freedom of speech? Preach on it. Let's see what you got.
I already told you I believe freedom of speech is more important. I already told you. We already talked about that already. I think freedom of speech is more important. And the reason why I say that is because if it wasn't for freedom of speech, we wouldn't find out all what happened with all the Catholic Church and what they were doing with all these children all these years. You understand what I'm saying? The reporters wouldn't have been able to get into the Catholic Church to find out and to actually get the survivors some help and support. They wasn't able to get the Pope in the Vatican to actually get these predatory priests out of these churches. Do you understand what I'm saying? The reason why all of this happened is because of the First Amendment. The First Amendment allows reporters and people to go in there and to tell their story. Hey, that girl, Henny, hi, my love. That's what it was. You understand what I mean? So I think the First Amendment should be considered, if not higher, equal to the church.
So let me ask you this question. Can you go along, if I was robbing a bank tomorrow, could you go along as a press member and videotape and maybe ask the bank tellers, how does it feel?
Wait a minute. That's a bank teller. How does it feel?
Can you cover anything? Can you cover? We're just having a little
I believe that you can cover everything as long as it is not proven that you are actually conspired in a partnership in the robbery. I think you can. And if you look at, and I don't know if this is an actual true, if actually happened in real life, but you've seen movies in which the same thing has happened. Like people have gone in dangerous areas, whether it's kidnapping, robbery, and stuff like that, and report on stories. You've seen it happen. Now, I would have to Google to give you some real life experience, but yes, I mean, if I was there, knowing me, I promise you, if I was in a bank and somebody was robbing the bank, I would have gone live. You know, damn straight I would. Mel, you know that. You know that.
God.
You know that. Mel, don't act like that's a lie. You know me.
On.
You know, Mel. You know that's not a lie, Mel. Mel, you know I press a lie button in a minute.
You're making it hard.
Yes, I would have. Yes. So the answer is yes. If I was going in the bank and somebody was robbing it and they wasn't going to unalive me, yes, I would have gone live and I would have asked some questions. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that girl. Hey, yes, sir. I would have. You know me. Stop acting like you don't know me. Like you know me.
Jesus. Okay.
Exactly. So that girl, she's going live for her own protection. Exactly. You know. So the answer, if it's my case, yes, it would have been acceptable. Especially as a press, I would have gone live. I would have asked a question. And you asked me about the church. If I was there with Don Lemon, I would have gone in that church too. I told you that.
You would have went.
Yes, I would have gone inside the church because I'm covering a story. I'm an actual journalist. You see, that's the difference. This is what, and then we all know the First Amendment, the role of journalists is sanctioned in the Constitution. You can't remove that. You understand what I'm saying? It is part of the Constitution.
So why did he get charged? Why did he get charges then? Why do you think he got charged?
Donald Trump is a hating child. He's a hating child. He's upset because Don Lemon called him a racist and did a 20-minute monologue 4 years ago when he was in office. And Don Lemon was right. He is a racist. He held it in his heart, and he was like, I'm going to take him down. That's why. Donald Trump is not an idiot. He knows damn straight. He is an idiot, but he's not an idiot. He's an idiot in a certain sense. I shouldn't call him an idiot because he is conniving. So when I call him an idiot, I'm being funny because I'm kind of being two-folded because he's a very conniving person. So in order to be a survivor like that, in order to be conniving, he's not an idiot in that sense. You understand what I'm saying? I can't, so sometimes I have to backtrack. But he makes me so pissed off that I have to call him an idiot. Because the fact of the matter is he knows that the Constitution, he just uses idiocy whenever he doesn't want to follow the rules. He knows that the Constitution says you can't go after journalists.
So tomorrow I'm going to go rob a bank, right? Allegedly, right? You're going to come along with me to record it. On the way, you're going to tell people, oh, we're going to do something. I can't tell you what it is, right? But I'm coming to cover it.
Yes.
You think
and
that's okay?
That's exactly what covers him as far as being a journalist. You see, a lot of people were saying that, the reason why he was complicit is because he didn't tell anybody that he was covering the story. But exactly what you said is exactly what it is. He told people, I'm going to Minneapolis. I can't tell you the details, but I'm going to be covering a story.
No. I'm talking about once they got there, and the group is together. When they say he kissed her and bought them food, they got coffee or whatever.
Yes. And he was covering a story, and he took his mic out, and he said, and he's reporting. He said, I am here to report on an incident as what's happening right now. Right now, we have protesters that's about to go into church. He did a full report. It wasn't that he had the mic inside his bag and he went into church and then he sat down and he interrupted the churches. And then after that, he took the mic out. He was doing a report throughout the whole thing. He's a journalist.
Okay.
And he has the right to do that.
All right. Sounds good. I just wanted you to build that out to see what your argument would be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I know me. A lot of people may not agree. I know for a fact.
I wouldn't go into church. I'll tell you that right now. You couldn't pay me to go into the church. I'll tell you that right now.
I would have gone to the church to cover a story. Especially first of all, the pastor shouldn't even have a church, to be honest with you. That pastor shouldn't even be in the church. A church.
Oh, that pastor. Okay.
That pastor should not be in the church.
Why?
The church is supposed to be a location where it's called sanctuary. People are supposed to be able to go to a church and be protected by the pastor and the house of God. The fact that this fool of a pastor is working with ICE show that he has no understanding of what his role as a pastor and no understanding as a church being the sanctuary. So he shouldn't even be in that church, to be honest with you. So I don't even consider him a pastor.
So wait a minute. A person that works for ICE shouldn't be a Christian?
A person that's a pastor and a priest shouldn't work for ICE. I'm saying that, yes.
Really?
I'm saying that, yes. If you're a pastor, right, and you're a pastor of a church, right, and you work at a house of God that's supposed to be a sanctuary, and you have people that goes into your church, my understanding of the church is that if somebody goes to the church, police officers and DOJ, FBI cannot go in there and grab somebody. The pastor and the priest are supposed to be able to negotiate, mediate, and have the people leave the church to go with the officer. You understand? You're not supposed to open the door and allow people to come and take, because somebody's coming there for your help. They're coming there to be protected. It's sanctuary. That pastor knows nothing about it. So any pastor that I know, a priest, God forbid I know a priest that's also an ICE agent, hell no, they shouldn't have that role. In my opinion, they should not have that role.
Now, wait a minute. Was this pastor actually turning ICE on the members of the church? Or
That's why they covered. That's why they did. That's why the protesters went to the church, because they said that particular pastor was working with ICE. That's why they were there. That's what the story was. Yes.
As a 9 to 5, or he's working with them, turning
I'm
people in?
I'm not sure. I don't know the whole detail. I know that the reason why they decided to protest that church with that pastor, because he was associated with ICE. That's why they went to that church.
Okay, all right. Let's keep moving. Let's see what else she has to say.
Stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting these journalists. In fact, we know after Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested.
What is it that you like so much?
I love her so much. She said, you ain't shit. She said, you ain't shit. You don't even know how to do your job. She said that you shouldn't even be better. You shouldn't even be there. I'm sorry. You shouldn't even be there. I don't even understand why you got a job, because you can't get no car. You can't get a case. You can't get nothing. She is dragging Pam Bondi, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful. I could see her. Was there a camera in her face as Jasmine was going on? Did we see her face? How she looked? I know she was pissed. I know this skink was pissed. Lord have mercy. Jasmine's doing an amazing job. That's what all the Democrats should have done. They should have done exactly what she did. Don't even waste time talking to her. Let's not even. She's not important. Let us talk to each other and tell her about herself. That was beautifully done. I can't wait to see that. Yay!
All right.
I'm so proud of my girl. She did amazing.
Let's get to it. All right.
And the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting these journalists. In fact, we know after Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested, we know that there were homes of journalists that were raided. We know that threatened prosecution against students protesting your actions and forced tech companies to remove apps used to track ICE's activities. But let's circle back to you protecting pedophiles and creeps, because I want to talk about the president and his possible involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I don't know what the president might have done with Jeffrey Epstein, but unlike this administration, I believe that facts matter. So let's talk about the facts. Fact number one, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references to Trump, his wife, or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number two, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to...
What in the world? This just can't be.
That's my girl.
Oh my goodness.
That's my girl. That's my girl. Woo! Go ahead, Jasmine. Go ahead. That's it?
You think there's some truth behind this?
There's some truth behind everything she says. There's some
wow.
truth. She has receipts. There's some truth behind everything she said. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. She ain't playing with them. She ain't playing with none of them. She reminded me of Kamala Harris. God bless her. Kamala would have probably been more dignified, a little bit more dignified, even though I think Jasmine is as dignified as you could get. But Kamala would have been, I guess, more soft spoken, not as direct, in my opinion. But she does remind me of Kamala. Kamala would have dragged that skank. She would have dragged that skank. She probably would have used more flowery words. You know what I'm saying? She probably wouldn't have been as like, you know, as like you shouldn't have your job and stuff like that. But oh my God, I love me some Jasmine. Oh, I love her. I think she did an amazing job, boy. Let her just drag that clown for as long as we are. Look at that. She even have the pictures too. She even have the pictures too. God bless that girl. It's just amazing. Oh, let's continue.
This file, Ghislaine Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example. This shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, "This is a good one." Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles.
Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
Oh my God, I'm about to get in trouble on TikTok. I'm about to get in trouble. Let me mute this.
Wow, this is.
Let me mute this. My girl. I want to say goodbye to Wilson Dubin. You have sin in your name. Bye. Thank you for coming. But anyway, oh my God, she did have face. I'm so proud of her. I'm just so proud of her.
I find it hard to believe that someone could become the president having these type of allegations. Do you believe this stuff is true?
Yes, I do. I do believe this stuff is true. We already know, based on the Jean Carroll case, that he's already a predator. We already heard his video talking about grabbing them by the cat. We already know that he actually assaulted, grabbing them by the cat, by grabbing the women by the cat. We already know he actually assaulted about 60 women. We already know who he is, what he did, and stuff like that. It's just that MAGA don't care.
Wow. Why would you say that? Why do you think they don't care?
MAGA doesn't care. MAGA cares only about what Donald Trump say he's going to do for them. MAGA doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? It's their boy. And I get it. That's what you see. That's why I'm no longer mad at the MAGA community. I get it. I get it. That's your boy. That's somebody that you want to run for office. He's giving you everything that you want. You're going to forget every crime that he ever did. That's fine. I'm just saying, just don't lie to the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. It's bad to hate, to love a bad person. But the fact is, just know that we know that this guy is a horrible human being and you love him. And just accept and say, you know something? He's my piece of shit. I love him. I don't care what he does. I'm willing to accept him in my life. And just let it be that. Don't try to sell us that he's a good person. Don't try to tell us that he's not racist. Don't try to tell us that he's not sexist. Don't try to tell us that he's not a thief. Don't try to tell us that he's not a liar. Don't try to tell us that he didn't have 7 bankruptcy, that he destroyed his father's legacy. He destroyed his name. Don't try to tell us anything about him that he's not corrupt. Just don't try to tell us that he's not a SA predator. Just don't try to tell us any of that. He is all of that and more. But you love him. You're happy that he's the president of the United States. He's giving you what you want. Congratulations. And just let's move on. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Somebody said Clinton became president. What do you think about that?
Clinton became which president? When he was 40, what was Clinton?
Godly man says Clinton became president. So if Trump could be president, Clinton was president. That's the argument.
So Clinton was president, so Trump is president? Is that his argument?
So Trump can be president too. They both are guilty of some things, basically, equally.
Okay. So let me get the logic of this. So, and see, y'all gonna make me talk about it. See, I ain't want to talk. What's the young lady? I don't want to name her name. So Bill Clinton had
call her ML. Call her ML. Yeah.
I'm gonna call her ML. I don't want to name her, but Bill Clinton had a young intern enamored with him and gave him a job, right? He lied about it. She tried to cover up. Somebody else found out about it. It became a thing. He went through impeachment. He didn't get impeached. Here's the thing, though. Donald Trump SA'd more than 60 women without their consent. Donald Trump slept with the Stormster after his wife had a baby, 3 months. Donald Trump divorced 3 women, cheated all his life. Donald Trump is a liar. He's a criminal. He can't keep a business. He cheats people, right? He's a backstabbing snake. He's a racist. He's a sexist, right? There's a whole lot of there that Donald Trump is that Bill Clinton is not. So if you guys want and say, well, Mama Flip, that Clinton should not have been president, that's your prerogative. But to equate Clinton to Donald Trump, yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Clinton is nowhere near the drama and the disgust that Donald Trump is and was. Sorry.
Donald Trump said it was just locker room talk.
Was it?
Locker room talk.
Was it really locker room talk? Was it really locker room talk when everything he said is what he's done? It's not as if it was just talk. We have approximately 60 women that said that this clown did that to them. How can it be locker room talk when you have 60 people, approximately 60 women saying that he assaulted them? How is it locker room talk? He honestly believed it. He honestly believed because he did it to women that he could actually grab them by the cat because he's a celebrity. He actually thinks that. That's what he thinks, guys. Maybe some women allowed him to get away with it, but other women did not.
Okay, let's get back to it. Yep, you got it.
What's crazy about all of this is just that this is a big cover-up. And this administration is engaged in it. In fact, this administration is complicit. But there are numerous others, like how the DOJ is attempting to obstruct justice in the investigation of the rogue agents who have murdered American citizens, or how the DOJ seized voter data from Fulton County in an attempt to steal the 2026 midterm elections, or how federal agents have Tom Homan on tape accepting a bribe and your agency killed the investigation, or how your agency is ready to give the president a $230 million payday, which is unconstitutional. The Constitution is clear. The president shall not receive any payment except his salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history, an attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
What do you think about that?
She read her. She read the skank. She read her. Woo, she gave her everything. She gave her everything, the kitchen sink, everything. I'm so proud of her. She got everything in and within the time frame too. Girl. Yes, Jasmine. I'm so proud of her. And everything she said was correct. Everything she said had receipts on it. There's not one lie that she said about that woman. Not one lie. Everything was correct. I'm so proud of her. I can't. She's a hero. She's a hero. I love her. I love me some Jasmine. She's a hero. Yes, I'm proud of her.
Yeah, she actually mentioned the stuff about Donald Trump. I'm kind of shocked by that.
Why would you be shocked, Mel? That she?
I'm just saying it takes a lot of courage to get up there to do that.
I think, and she has the courage, right? Because the thing is, a lot of people are scared to talk about Donald Trump, right? A lot of people feel intimidated. They feel their lives are going to be destroyed and stuff like that. But as I said to you on several lives, the reason why we should feel comfortable to give our opinion on Donald Trump is because he opened up the gate to no longer be polite, right? He believes anything he feels he could say. Any disrespectful, disgusting thing that come in his mind, he could say. Anything disgusting and horrible thing that he could do, he could tweet it on Truth Social, right? Or put it on Twitter, on Truth Social, on social media. He opened up the world to be an asshole. right? So that means now that we can say anything we want, including if we dislike intensely the president of the United States. You see, he gave us that caveat. He gave us the opening. He said, you, the American people, no longer has to be afraid to be white. You no longer have to watch your words. You could do whatever you want. And now that he gave everybody that right, especially the white people, we as black people are like, bet we're going to do it too. So I'm so proud of her.
Okay, let's get back to it here.
The yields, gentleman from Missouri is recognized, excuse me, gentleman from Kansas, the Attorney General, former Attorney General, Mr. Schmidt is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and General Bondi, thanks for being here. Did you have anything you wanted to say before we talk?
I do. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, my friend, for many years. I find it interesting that she didn't even want to try, Congresswoman Crockett, to ask any questions because she certainly did not condemn her leader, Hakeem Jeffries, for taking money from Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein was convicted. Yeah. And I will be brief to give you your time, Congressman. This is what she didn't want to talk.
Hold up. She has a file? Hold up. Oh, hell no. Wait a minute. She has a file? She has a, wait a minute. What? Oh, girl, wait a minute. Hold up. Did she just remove some paperwork?
Oh, yeah.
That can't be. That can't be. I did not see Pam. Did we just see Pam Bondi brought up paperwork from the Epstein investigation? Is that what we just saw? The same Pam Bondi who said she didn't have nothing in the files? There was nothing there? That can't be. Nah, I know that's a lie, right? That's a lie, right? No. She didn't just come out and just pull out something from the file and say, hey, I have something. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I have something for Hakeem Jeffries in these files. And Donald Trump was named 38,000 times, but yet she has nothing on Donald Trump? Is that what we're saying? Wow. And I bet MAGA is okay with that, right? My MAGA brothers, this is y'all okay with that, right? Y'all okay with her coming out with some documentation on Hakeem Jeffries after she told us, oh, there's nothing in the files. There's nothing left. There's nothing in the files. I don't have no folders. I don't know nothing about the files. The files is closed. There's nothing there. There's nothing incriminating. Everything is good. Let's move on. So it's okay that now she wants to bring up.
Let me ask you this question. Do you believe that Epstein is actually dead?
I do want to mention the fact that someone did say super chats. I have yet to see any super chats on your channel. Do you get super chats on your channel?
Sometimes.
I think the people that comes here, especially the one that's disrespectful, I think they should I think we should start reading. You know something? I think we should start reading only the disrespectful super chats and posting it up. Everybody else, we should just post everything else, but we only post up the disrespect and super chat. That's what I think. I think somebody, especially our MAGA brothers and sisters who can't stand me, I think that you guys should feel empathy for Mel and throw some super chats in there. Like, come on now, throw some in there. But anyway, go ahead, Mel. Just because somebody said something about super chat, go ahead. As you were saying.
Okay, I forgot what so let me ask you this: do you believe that Epstein is alive?
No, I do not believe that Epstein is alive. But however, was it you or somebody showed me a picture of somebody that looked very? No, I was on a live the other day, and somebody showed me a picture of someone and someone that looked so much like Epstein. It was scary. I was on a live the other day. I'm like, okay, show me his side profile. The side profile looked exactly like Epstein. I'm like, oh my God, that's so scary. He has a doppelganger somewhere in the world. But no, I don't think that Epstein is alive. And the reason why I don't think Epstein is alive is because he was a very dangerous person to the current administration. I don't know. And the more that we go, past with the investigation, the less I believe that he actually intentionally unalived himself. To be honest with you, I'm beginning to think that he didn't do it. But I don't think the administration would have moved him or out of the country or do anything like that, because they would have wanted him to be out of the way. He was just a threat to Donald Trump. And his hatred for Donald Trump was seen as you read all the text messages and email. You could see that he was getting more and more angry at Donald Trump. You understand what I mean? So Donald Trump just couldn't take the chance. With Ghislaine Maxwell, he's taking a lot of chance, because you see how he moved her into a very comfy, cushy country life type of facility. So she's okay, right? But he couldn't take the chance with Jeffrey. So yeah, I don't think he's alive.
Okay, thank you. Let's get back to it here.
Talk about Texas from Cuba, convicted, homicide, arson, weapon offense.
Convicted. So what we talking about? Convict some of these perpetrators that rape these women that are sitting behind you, that you refuse to even acknowledge they are here.
Time belongs to the gentleman from Kansas.
Mr. Chairman, could I have a few seconds back to make up for the yelling? Thank you. General, did you have anything further to say?
Texas, convicted of homicide, Cecil Joseph from Dominican Republic. Texas, convicted for kidnapping, rape. Khalid Khan from.
Stop. We're not even gonna do this. Who she's calling out? I don't even want to hear what she has to say, because we're giving her the wrong air. Who she's calling out?
All of the illegal immigrants that are
that's
committing crimes in the country.
We don't even want to hear her. We don't want to hear this, and we shouldn't even be playing it on our show. The reason why this was an Epstein, right? Congressional hearing. Her gaslighting should not be played openly. Like, we should not play the whole clip. We see what she's doing. She's gaslighting. She doesn't want to talk about Epstein. She doesn't want to support the survivors. She wants to just come up and bring every other type of bullshit to our faces to cover up for Trump. We shouldn't be playing it. Also, how did she go from Hakeem Jeffries taking money for Epstein and pulling out a paper, and then she's talking about ICE? Where's the Jeffrey Epstein receipt that where is the Hakeem Jeffrey receipt that she pulled out? Did she talk about that?
I don't think so.
Exactly, because she was full of shit. Where is the receipt? I thought she was going to go in and say, Epstein, here's a receipt showing that Epstein paid Hakeem Jeffries, and she was going to read the amount, the date, and everything like that. At least it would have been in line. I would have called bullshit on it, but at least it would have been in line of the conversation. She over here went out of the crack of her behind and pulled out some documentation about ICE illegal immigrants unaliving people. That has nothing to do with the case of what we're talking about. We're talking about Epstein. We're talking about the survivors, and we're talking about what the fuck you going to do to investigate what happened. That's what we're talking about. She's a disgusting human being. She should be ashamed. And Carmen's gonna get her. I promise you, Carmen's gonna bite her in the behind. I promise you. She's okay. She's gonna feel it one day. She's gonna feel it.
All right, let's keep.
And I'm not talking about no threat or anything like that. I hope that she lives to be 100 years old, because I need her to live Donald Trump. I need all of them to live past Donald Trump, because I want them all to suffer the consequences of their behavior right now. I want them all to live past Donald Trump.
Okay.
I want to hear the truth. If Hakeem Jeffries were paid by Epstein, where the hell is the receipt? And why did the skank stop talking about it and went into ICE agents? Ladies and gentlemen, tell me that. She said, she pulled it out and she said Hakeem Jeffrey was paid by Epstein. That's what she said. Those are the words she said. Where's the skank receipts? Why didn't she pull out the paperwork and say, everybody, look at this. Hakeem Jeffrey was paid by Epstein. What she did is she gaslight us. She gaslight you and started talking about immigrants, illegal immigrants, hurting the United States of America. You know why she did that, crazy people?
Why?
Because she's a liar. She didn't have the receipts. She was talking out of the crack of her behind, and that's why she pivoted. All right? That's the problem. So anyway.
Okay. Let's get
they say
back
this
to
woman's
it.
annoying. You haven't been here before? I've been annoying. All I do is talk a crap about the administration. Y'all lucky I don't talk about you guys anymore because, I'm showing love to my MAGA brothers and sisters. We have no beef. So I don't talk about y'all anymore. You should have seen me 4 years ago, though. But right now, it's all love.
All right. This
Yeah,
is
I got
love.
what you wanted, so.
All right.
Here today. I'm going to show you two photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
She can't even answer that.
I'm sorry that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face.
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. She answered the question. Good. Okay.
You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties."
Wow, what is going on here?
Now, I never even seen this picture. This is the first time I've actually seen this picture. Oh my God, that's Prince Andrew. And that's crazy. The picture that I saw with his hand around Veronica, I believe her Veronica, she unalived.
Virginia.
No, Virginia. Virginia, not
yeah.
Veronica, Virginia. And she unalived. So that's the picture that actually got him in trouble. I didn't know that they even had additional photos. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Oh my God.
Wow, that's something, right?
Person said you have mental health problem. You have mental health problem, Claudia, because you don't understand. You see, people who have mental health, they don't listen. All they do is kiss up to their leader, right? And they're clowning their family and themselves. So you need to go see a specialist, my friend. Maybe they can help you. Okay? Anyway, go ahead now.
All right, let's get back to it.
Oh my
These
God.
two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my
Did you?
time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During
Did you not hear
the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures, but you are in charge.
Now,
Okay,
go ahead. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. She
Look
didn't
at
like that. And this is
Look-
what the Democrats are saying, Mel. The Democrats are saying, you see what's going on with our MAGA brothers and sisters? They keep telling us that, oh, we don't care as Dems. We're trying to pretend. We're saying we don't care. If it's Bill Clinton, is it Hillary Clinton, is the Democratic former president, if it's congressmen, whoever that's in those files, we need them investigated. We're not trying to say, oh, please don't investigate ours because we want them to go after yours. We want everybody investigated. Everybody investigated. I don't think MAGA community could say that anymore. They're afraid because they know that Donald Trump is complicit. Go ahead, Mel. I'm sorry.
No, read Speck's comment there.
Who's Speck? There's a lot of pictures of Trump also. I believe so. I know they are. Apparently, there's another 3 million files that they refuse to release. There's another 3 million files that they're fighting to keep. There's a lot of people in there. Everyone who's in those files have to be investigated, period. I don't care who it is. Everybody has to be investigated, including Donald Trump. That's what it is. That's what time we're on. But you guys don't want to see that because you guys are afraid. And I get it. You guys don't want to be proving you wrong. I get that. You don't want people to look at you and be like, look at y'all, protectors of petties. I get that. But the thing is that you guys have to accept it. Y'all voted for the man. Y'all put him in office. He did a very nasty thing. You bringing people up to argue with me?
No, just have a discussion. If they want to be respectful, we'll start bringing people up later. So
you don't bring people up. It's gonna be great. You should have warned me because I'm gonna curse some people out. I'm just letting you know. No, I'm gonna curse people out.
No, I don't think it's gonna be to that level. Guys, take a moment.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, we don't care. We want everyone to be brought to justice. If that means it's our Democratic leaders, we don't care. We now need our MAGA brothers and sisters to come back to the circle and say, look, because it was because of them that we got the Epstein files. They backing up, a lot of them backing up because they're like, oh, we did too much. Donald Trump is in there. We're afraid. We don't want him to be exposed, because if he's exposed, then we have to explain our votes and stuff like that. But we're not supposed to care about that. We're supposed to at least be one and bringing justice to the survivors. We talk about thousands of young people. We talk about thousands upon thousands of young white, occasionally black young ladies. That's crazy. From the most richest, powerful people in the planet. And instead of finding out the truth, you are backing up because it's Donald Trump. And then once Donald Trump is unalived, right? Once he goes to Hayes, because he's not going to live forever because he's not a vampire. Now y'all going to come back and be like, oh my God, oh, we need to, whatever happened.
Wait a minute. Are you saying once he goes to Hades?
Yeah, Hades. I say Hades, but it's Hades. Yeah. Once he goes to Hades, they're going to come back. I say Hades. You know, I call it a different word. Then they're going to come back and be like, oh, now he's no longer going to be prosecuted. Now we want to know what's up with the Epstein file. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late, right? We need to all come together now and say, okay, we need to figure out what the hell is happening to Epstein file. Whoever in it that done wrong needs to be prosecuted. Now, obviously, several people like, oh my God. Why can't I remember her? You see, I'm telling you, old age. A lot of people are coming out and saying it's not fair to persecute everyone that's in the files, because some people may have just been mentioned or may just have had one conversation. With Ghislaine Maxwell, somebody wanted to do a movie. It doesn't mean that we need to attack everybody that's in the Epstein file. I get that. I'm not saying to attack everybody. I'm saying that everybody that's in that file needs to be investigated equally, including Donald Trump. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let's keep moving here.
You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I
question.
answer your question about protecting?
You answered the question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's a video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what...
All right, go ahead.
Danielle, Britain, your mom. Anyway, as you were saying, Mel, what was saying? Yeah, he is proving that Donald Trump is in the files, 38,000 files, and he wants her to talk about it, to tell us, what are you doing as far as Donald Trump? There is someone, Danielle, is it Danielle or somebody else that keep listing all the Democrats that is in the file? List all the Republicans that's in the files also. You're spending so many equal amount of time talking about the Democrats, a lot of Republicans, including Donald Trump, and the one that we mostly care about is Donald Trump. I want to know what Donald Trump has done in those files. According to our understanding, Donald Trump, there's some allegation of Donald Trump with a 13-year-old. Let's talk about that. Let's find out if that's true. Now, we all know that there is a case. Katie Johnson may have been that 13-year-old that they're talking about. She tried to sue. She tried to tell the truth since 2015. She keeps trying to tell you guys the truth. Y'all don't want to listen. All right? So instead of wasting all of our energy and time and keep repeating Democrats, 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 let's put GOP, Republican, GOP, Republican, GOP, Republican, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. We want to know what Donald Trump was doing allegedly with a 13-year-old, according to the documents that was released. We want to know if it's true. We want to know if he did it. We want to know. Do an investigation. So by coming here and telling us that they should investigate Democrats, it just shows you, just shows me that you guys cannot be taken seriously. The people that's in this chat, we can't take you seriously in the world. And it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. We can't take you seriously because you don't want to know the truth about the guy that you voted for. So we can't take you seriously. And that's it. We can't. So y'all keep kissing, crying, clutching your pearls, trying to cover up for Donald Trump. You guys voted and put in office a pen, according to the Epstein files. I don't know the girl. I know you don't care. Thank you, Buckley.
What do you think the reason?
Thank you, Buckley. Yay! I know you don't care. Thank you, Buckley. Oh my God, thank you so much. Can you go back, the Buckley? Can you go back and show that? Let that sit there for just a little bit. No, he said ask Jeffrey. No, the next one. Thank you, Buckley. Thank you for your honesty. You see, somebody like Bucky, somebody Buckeye for life. I'm sorry, I'm calling it Buckeye for life. Okay, you see, like somebody like Buckeye, I could talk to Buckeye. Me and Buckeye can have a conversation because I respect that response. You understand what I'm saying? I respect honesty. You understand? I don't like people lying to me in my face. I know you guys don't care. I get it. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. That's your guy. You don't care what he did to children. As long as he gives you what you want, I get that. But just stand on it. That's it. That's what I'm asking for. You don't have to lie to me. I get it. Go ahead, Mel. What were you saying?
I forgot now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll keep moving. It's all right. Cool.
I'm sorry about that.
Are there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect
Oh my God.
from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked.
You think
That's a
everybody
lie.
knows
You're a
that?
liar. That's a lie. Did she just say that? Please, we have to make sure somebody clip that up. We have to say that. She just said that, right? She just said there's no evidence. There's 38,000 references in there. There's evidence, a receipt that stated that Jeffrey Epstein stated and other people stated that he had some alleged relationship with alleged incident with a 13-year-old. There is evidence. You just don't want to pursue it. So that she just lied there. We need to hold her accountable for that. She has to be brought back once Donald Trump is out of here. She has to be brought back. It is said in the files. Okay, give me a second. I'm about to bring up something. Give me 1 second. Go ahead, keep talking. I want to bring up something.
All right. I'm going to play the rest of the video while you bring that up.
I'm going to bring up something.
All right, cool.
I reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock.
Stop the clock. The legislation. This is
Time
ridiculous.
belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape.
You're a freaking liar, skank. All right, let me know when you have a moment, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's share.
But let me hold on one second. Let me see where I am in the video. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
Oh, you want to finish playing and then I can share you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
Said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you, here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Wow, what in the world is going on, right?
That's receipts. That's receipts. That's receipts. That's receipts. All right, that's receipts. And she didn't even investigate it. All right, she didn't even investigate because she doesn't want to know the truth. She doesn't want to know the truth. She is. Oh, she's gonna pay for that. She's gonna. When Donald Trump move on, I hope she lives for a long, long time so that they can revisit. She's a liar. She just sat there and lied in front of Congress. She perjured herself because of Donald Trump in front of Congress. She perjured herself. That's crazy. I'm glad that finally somebody got her to perjure herself because she was so confident that she wasn't going to answer the question, and they finally got her to answer the question. She just perjured herself. Is the video finished? Can I show you?
We have a little bit more to go.
All right, go ahead.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
May I respond?
Yeah, I don't know how you respond. No one can.
I did not ask a question, Ms.
He doesn't
You're
want
allowed
to talk
to.
about
I did
the
not ask a
horrific
question.
crime in California. He does not want to talk about
I did not ask a
crime
question.
in his state.
You can't just add lip stuff. I did not ask a question.
Meeting will be in order. The gentleman has yielded back his time. I think our next witness will be more than happy to let the Attorney General
Madam
respond.
Attorney General, would you like to?
Gentleman from Alabama is recognized for 5 minutes.
You have a few minutes to respond.
Thank you, Congressman. This is what Congressman Liu didn't want to talk about. He didn't want to talk about
the fact that she is not answering their question. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to hear her come back and say that she can't answer. He asked a specific question. Why did you not bring any of the thousands of reports investigated and bring anybody up for crimes? She doesn't want to answer that. Now she's going to talk about what? California crimes? The crimes that take place in California. What does that have to do with the Epstein files? What does it have to do with the Epstein files? But I'm glad that he was able to get her to perjure herself on the stand. I'm glad. He did a great job with that.
Okay. You want to go ahead and put up your video now?
It's not a video. It's hold on, let me show you guys.
Because we have to talk about Nancy Guthrie a little bit before we end.
Yes. All right, so here's an article. All you have to do is Google. Here's an article, CBS. All the assault allegations against Donald Trump. Recap. 16 women have come forward with allegations against Trump, each accusing him of inappropriate conduct. The most recent, writer E. Jean Carroll. They named them right here. The allegation ranges from 1980 to 2013. Of course, Donald Trump denied them. Christine Anderson, early 1990s, story in Washington Post. E. Jean Carroll, 1995 to 1996. Rachel Cook, 2005. Jane Doe, a.k.a. Katie Johnson. 1994 lawsuit filed in 2006, refiled in 2016, reported by BuzzFeed. Jane Doe is an unnamed plaintiff who has also gone by Katie Johnson in legal paperwork. She claims she was repeatedly arred by Trump and Jeffrey Epstein in Epstein, New York City apartment in 1994. She was 13 years old. That is the 13 years old that is in the report. She filed a lawsuit twice. She pulled it back because she got afraid when he ran for office. All that skanky blonde has to do is go talk to Katie Johnson, look at her receipt to determine if Katie Johnson was in that lawsuit, is the person that everybody was talking about in the Epstein files. But she doesn't want to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a multiple reports, the multiple receipts that shows even a judge which found Donald Trump guilty with the E. Jean Carroll says that it was shown that he was a predator, and he even used the R word. So there's no way that people could come in here and try to tell us there's no evidence when there are multiple court records that indicate that this guy is a predator. That's why I like when Buckeye said, we don't care. And that's the point. MAGA don't care. All right, go ahead, Mel.
Okay, I think that's it for the video. So
Yeah.
we're clear on that. So we
Yes.
only have a few minutes left. I want to get your thoughts on Nancy Guthrie. What do you think in regards to that? Do you think it's an inside job, or you think it's just some random burglars?
Now I'm not sure, because remember the last time we talked about it, I said that the fact that they said that the camera, they didn't report the camera was broken. I thought that the person got inside the house and they saw the person inside the house with the inside camera. Now it looked like the person that came to the door with the mask, they didn't realize that there was a camera there, that they had to step back and actually get shrubbery and everything like that to cover the camera. But the fact that they knew about the house, where the house is situated and everything, and the fact that they were able to get in, I think that they know who she is. Like they had prior interaction with her. I think it may be like some people were saying, not only online, but they were saying, media reporting, maybe somebody who delivered food, maybe somebody who part of, Uber driver, somebody that actually know her routine and know the house, right? But I don't know if it would be any close family member because of the fact the way they reacted to the camera. I think that somebody who knows her, who's been watching her, actually went in the house. But yeah, so I don't know if it's any family member at all. And I don't even know. I just don't know. I feel really bad about what happened to Nancy. Again, one of my biggest concern when I heard the story is, why was Nancy living in her house by herself at the age of 84? And why was it there's only one camera in her house? Like, I know her family, her daughters, and everybody love her. She just came from dinner with the family, so they love her. She loves them. But why is it that you guys did not realize she was gone until she didn't attend church like the next day, 11 a.m.? Like, we should know, especially if we have elderly parents, we should know where they are at all times. In my opinion, somebody should have known. Somebody should have realized something was going on. You know what I mean? We have, like I said, I have a phone. My whole system in my house, I could log in and see anybody that comes to the house because I have cameras all over here. You understand what I'm saying? So it's sad. It's just sad that it happened to her. I'm not blaming the family. I just wish that they took more precaution with her. And I hope this is a lesson for other people who have elderly parents, especially parents who are parents of celebrities, to please keep an eye on your parents, because right now we live in unprecedented times. I blame Donald Trump for it. Yes, I do. But we live in unprecedented times, and we need to keep everybody safe, including our family members. I'm hoping that she's still alive. I mean, I don't know what the chances are that she is. I'm hoping that the person that did take her believes that keeping her alive would be the best thing. I was afraid with the fact that when they saw the video of the guy, that he might panic. But I think another letter was sent after that, so hopefully she's still alive. There was at least 2 cameras, one at the door and the roof. If that's the case, what was the cameras connected to? Because the family should have realized somebody was invading the house. Somebody
said-
should have known. They should have known that somebody was invading the house. Why didn't the family know that she was gone until she didn't show up in the church?
They said she did have a paid subscription, so who knows?
That's what I'm saying. With the paid subscription here, if somebody breaks into the house and somebody break the camera, they call us. And with our security organization, I mean our security, we would get a call in the middle of the night. All of us would get a call in the middle of the night if somebody broke the cameras at the door, interfered with the cameras, pulled the wires, or tried to get into any of the windows, any of the doors. We have that connection. You can't get into my house without company calling.
That sounds more sophisticated. I don't think a Nest by Google, I don't think it gives you all that.
But that's what I'm saying. And again, I don't want it to appear that I'm being heartless and blaming the family. That's not what I'm saying. I'm hoping that everybody will learn from this situation and be able to advance. She was living in a multi-million-dollar house. She is the mother of a famous media personality. We're living in a world right now where Donald Trump talks nothing but shit about media personality. I'm still trying to figure out if the person who has anything to do with this has a political angle or not. I want to see what happens with that. So I'm hoping that she's still alive and we can find out the truth. But what I'm saying is that right now we are in the country right now where there's nothing about everything is just angry and full of hate and stuff like that. And we need to be able to protect ourselves and our family members, period. And I'm sorry that this happened with Nancy. I hope she comes home and I hope that she's fine.
Do you think that the ransom letters are connected to the people that actually took her?
I think and I'm mad at TMZ because I told you I'm mad at TMZ because I felt that TMZ, according to my understanding, they got the first letter, and I don't even know if they actually gave it to the family or reached out to the family, or they just gave it to the FBI. I think the TMZ is using the letters as a leverage to increase their profile, just like the Inquirer. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize for it. But I just think that TMZ is a little slimy with this reporting. I just think that they were happy to get not happy to get the letter, but they used it in a way to, elevate them because they were using the news. I don't think that they were considering the family. That's just me. I could be wrong. But anyway, in regards to the letter, I believe one of them mentioned what she had on, right? That's why I believe that the family came out to do the pleas, because they know that the person that wrote the letter have their mom. I would be very surprised if it's a different person, because they were talking about that she had an Apple Watch or something. A couple of things that they were saying in the letter that identify their mom. They let them know that they have their mom. So yeah. So yeah.
So here's my argument.
So sad.
This photo right here was out, I guess, since 2023.
Okay.
You can see she has a white Apple Watch. I think somebody said that the letter mentioned it was left at the foot of the bed, so that could be, if it was left there, then that would be kind of convincing. The other argument is that the floodlight around the back of the house, that the person that took her in the letter, I guess they claim that they had to break the floodlight. So
no, and I get that. I mean, like I said, she probably had some type of security, but not to the point that it allowed them to know that something was going on at the house. And even if the kidnapping did not happen, and I'm sorry that the kidnapping didn't happen, but she should have had something in the house. For example, some of the older people, they have like a pendant in their neck, so when they hear something, they could press it and call for help. I don't even know if she even had that. You understand? I mean, I just feel that being the mom of this extremely, well-known media personality, living in a multi-million-dollar house, being 84 years old, I just felt that I wish the family had more security for her, like whether it was a more advanced security system, whether it's somebody coming to the house. But my mom got mad at me. She's like, well, she probably didn't want nobody to be at the house. She probably wanted to live on her own. And I get that, because our parents are not children, but I just wish more was done to protect her. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, guys, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Brian says we only need 2 more likes to hit 100. So thank you guys for everybody who took the time to give us a like. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be solved soon, or do you think the government is lost?
I don't know. I was hoping that once they found the picture of the perp, and it's possible they know who it is, because I thought the last thing I heard that they were questioning somebody and they had somebody, because it was a 24-hour. What's today? Today is Thursday, but I think Tuesday I couldn't sleep and I went online and there was a 24-hour stream that they detained somebody and they were questioning somebody. So I thought they were close, and now to hear now today that we're still where we are, right? I thought they actually picked somebody up. So it's, to me, it's very sad. I just don't know. I really don't have confidence of what's going to happen next. You know,
You know why?
I'm sorry.
You know what I think, and it's just my hypothesis, right?
Right.
There's two other videos they put out. One from the night before. There's a guy that's dressed similar, but he's an old guy, real frail. He has on a full backpack too. He's only 5 miles up the road, 19 minutes before this guy shows up on her porch, but he's dressed with a similar garb. Then there's another guy that goes and tries somebody's door. All of these guys, to me, they look homeless. And if they're homeless and they're also from other areas, I think it's going to be hard to find out who they are.
Okay, so the clothes I saw them wearing, maybe just me, the mask and everything didn't appear to be like material that homeless people would wear, right? But homeless people could wear anything. The people that's homeless could look like they could have the best. I mean, not the best, but they could. I just don't see. I don't know. For some reason, the way the person that was moving with the backpack, it looked like it was intentional. It didn't look like somebody that was homeless just trying to get into a house.
No, I'm referring to the other videos of the other two guys that are simultaneously doing the same thing, and they all three guys have on full backpacks. That's no coincidence to me.
Okay, so
and one of them have two full backpacks, and that's what triggered. You have to see the videos.
I didn't see those videos at all. I haven't seen them, unfortunately. I haven't seen it. The only video I saw is the one that the guy coming to the house, he had the gloves and everything like that, and he stepped back and he went to get the shrubbery and stuff like that. That's the only video that I saw. I didn't see any other the two. And the guy that came up to it, he didn't look homeless to me. He looked like he was prepared to actually conduct the crime. You know what I mean? And it could be a homeless person, but it just didn't look like it to me. I'm not sure why. He definitely didn't look old. He looked like he had, it was kind of tall with a broader shoulder. He didn't look old to me. But, you can't tell they had a full ski mask. So, I don't know. I have to see the other two videos to make an assessment. So I have to see the other two videos. Hi, Brian. So, yeah.
All right. Very good. And could you tell us a little bit about what happened? What's that?
According to the chat, they released the guy that they actually was questioning. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm sure, and that's what's so scary and heartbreaking with the family. When you get investigation like this, and this is another reason why I don't know why I feel that TMZ held the letter may have impacted the investigation. Again, maybe it's something that I heard that they did that's just really triggering me. But I can imagine the family feeling like anxious, thinking that they got somebody, and then to have to release them is scary. It's horrible.
Okay.
Release them in 2 hours. That's terrible. Oh my God.
So we're getting down to the last moments. Could you tell everybody about court this week?
Yes. Okay. Am I frozen or are you frozen? Okay, you're moving now. For a second, you were frozen. Am I okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, oh my God, I just got a bunch of new stuff. So in order to be not frozen, even your video is a lot sharper than mine. I need to figure that out. I look like hazy. But anyway, other than that, I did go to court. Thank you for mentioning it. So I've been, so you do feel that TMZ is interfering too. Thank you. Thank you, CJ7789. I felt the same way. I'm sorry, Mel. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that's. Can you pinpoint that comment? For some reason, I don't know why I feel that TMZ, their action interfered with the investigation. I don't know if it's because of something that was said that triggered me, but I'm like, I don't like the way they handle it. That's all. That's all I feel. But thank you for saying that, because I felt the same way. Anyway, right now I've been covering the Alexander brothers trial, just like you have. I finally was able to go there. But also when I was there, I actually saw Blake Lively leaving the courthouse, right? She has a case with Justin. I can't pronounce his Italian name. He has a case, and she was coming out because apparently they're trying to do a settlement. And so the trial is closed. And so let's talk about Blake Lively real quick. It's about the her allegation of misconduct with the movie that they did together called It Must End. So she was there, and she came out, and she looks absolutely beautiful, but she looked like she wasn't very happy, whereas he came out with his wife smiling. So I don't know what's going on with that case, but it was great to be able to get there and capture that moment. According to the reports, they're meeting before the trial to see if they could do a settlement and stuff. And today, when I went back to the then I went to the Alexandra hearing. But today, when I went back to the Alexandra hearing, apparently Blake Lively did not show up today, but apparently Justin, he was there with his publicist, his former publicist, for another case. So it's crazy. So Justin is a bad boy, apparently, according to all these cases. But let's talk about the Alexander brothers. So when I finally had a chance to go there.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Keep talking. Sorry.
I think when you have you hear me?
So I'm going to show you this real quick, all right?
Okay, go ahead.
In Arizona are bringing in some new tools in the search for Nancy Guthrie today. In the race to identify the masked and armed individual captured on Nancy's doorbell camera, they now have a forensic height camera involved on the scene at Nancy's house. That's used to measure somebody's height from a video or photo. Pima County Sheriff, meantime, now asking neighbors who live within a 2-mile radius for any footage that includes cars or vehicle traffic, pedestrians, or anything that looks out of the ordinary. And this just in from TMZ as well. New video said to be on the FBI's.
Okay, so you see this guy here? I'm going to try to pull up his picture, but he's an old, bald-head guy. But look at how he's dressed, and he has 2 backpacks. This is the guy that I'm referring to.
Radar of a man with a couple of backpacks.
He's got to be in his 60s or better.
2 backpacks, they say, was shot at.
This is happening about 19 minutes before he walks on her front porch and does what he does, okay?
Does it look like he was trying to do the garbage?
No, he's trying to take a backpack, which the FBI says is very similar to the one that the guy is walking on the front porch with, because it has the shininess. I don't believe it's the same one, but this is what they're putting out. But I'm gonna play it for you.
1:52 in the morning, about 5 miles from Nancy's home. Back now to senior national correspondent Brian Enton, who's live once again in Tucson with this and more.
They didn't show the whole video. Let's see if, okay, here we
Wait
go.
a minute. So does it look like that he was placed back there?
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get the whole frame. Hold on.
Closely. It's from about 5 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's house, and you see a man there. He's got a backpack on. Remember, the guy who came to Nancy's house had a backpack on. His face is not covered, and we've blurred the face because police haven't said that this person is involved at all. But we know that the sheriff's office has the video and is looking into the video. But you see him go up to a gate. It looks suspicious. He kind of goes near a trash can, is looking around, and then walks away. But this is 5 miles away again from Nancy's house, and it's shot around the same time, at least according to the timestamps and what we're hearing, as when the Ring camera was first disabled here at Nancy Guthrie's house. So it's hard to imagine that this person would be able to make it from 5 miles away over to here to Nancy's house. But at the same time, Connell, we know that investigators are looking into it and are trying to figure out the timing of it all.
Okay, so there you have it.
I'm gonna echo, so you have to bring it down. Oh, yes. Okay, so no, at first when I saw the video, I thought that he was part of the napping. I thought that he was gonna leave the backpack there so the other guy could come and get it and do what he's doing, but he took the backpack back. So I'm not sure what he was doing with the backpack, but it does definitely look strange and weird and everything like that. But I don't know. But someone else is saying that the backpack that at Nancy had stripes and the handle was different. So if the police officers, I'm sure that the investigators, even though I can't stand DOJ, I'm sure that they investigated the guy and I guess they determined that it's not the same guy.
1:52 in the morning, about 5 miles away from Nancy's house, and you see a man there. He's got a backpack on. Remember, the guy who came to Nancy's house had a backpack on. His face is not covered, and we've blurred the face because police haven't said that this person is involved at all. But we know that the sheriff's office has the video and is looking into the video. So
All right, very good. Okay.
Yeah. I feel really bad though. I feel really bad that that's happening to the family. I hope that she comes back safely. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary to even think that this kind of thing is happening, especially profile. I also want to say that I want her to come home, but I also want DOJ to be equally, use their equal power investigation with other people are napped also.
Okay, Brian, Nancy, they said they revealed today that Nancy's incident was at 2:12 a.m. So
At
1:52 is
2
when he does that at 1:52. The other guy arrives at Nancy's house at 2:12 a.m.
So I'm guessing, thank you, Brian. I'm guessing and hoping that they actually investigated this person. And it's possible, guys, too, that all of these videos that's out there, that they're actually doing an investigation and they don't want us to know what's going on because they probably maybe have identified the person and they don't want us to know until they get them. So it's possible they do an investigation on the guy and he knows more than we think, you know? I think it's gonna be outside. I'm worried about that too. I'm hoping it's not. That's why I'm saying that when they showed the picture of the guy with that was doing the shrubbery, I was concerned because I'm like, now he probably feel that there's nothing to lose. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have his photo, the video of him going to the house. If it's him, right? It looked like to be him because who would be doing that and then destroying the camera? So, but I'm hoping that he doesn't do anything to her. I'm hoping that the family is able to talk to him and say, okay, we want our mom and we'll do whatever we can to get our mom back. I hope the benefit of what he's seeking, which is a financial gain, still keeps him, make him believe that it's a benefit to keep her alive. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, Brian says 5 miles is possible.
Are you aware? Can you go back over there? It said, "Are you aware Nancy's son has a bad gambling problem and substance? Nancy cut her daughter financially. That's what this is a family problem." Yeah, I was worried again. I was worried, and I think I told Mel that when I heard that they said that the person that was inside the house, they could identify that the person that inside the house, I thought through camera was not Nancy. And I did not hear that they broke the camera. I felt that it may have been an inside job myself. And because I felt it was an inside job, obviously I'm thinking that it might be somebody that's really close to her that could possibly, God forbid, be one of the kids. You understand? And unfortunately, most likely the people that's involved in stuff like that when it comes to parents are boys, unfortunately. So I did think about that, but I was hoping that that's not the truth. And I'm guessing that with the fact that the FBI DOJ has not arrested any of the family members, that it's not them, but I was concerned about that, and maybe that's another reason why Nancy didn't want to live with any of her kids, because if she is having problems with the children, besides the one that's actually in the media, if she's having problems with kids, maybe that's why she doesn't have the kids living with her. It's terrible.
Good point. All right. So we reached our time.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Nice having you on tonight. I'll let you give some closing words. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our 100. What do you say, Brian?
100 likes. We need 100 likes.
If we get to the 100 likes, we'll see. Would you like to give us some closing remarks?
Donald Trump is a racist.
Oh my.
That's my closing remark. Donald Trump is a racist. We need to accept that. I appreciate the fact that the honesty of Buckeye when he said that we don't care. He proved himself a primary racist, a bona fide racist, a proud racist when he shared the video of Obama as animals and stuff like that. The video was there for apparently 12 hours. He didn't try to take it down. The only reason why he took it down, because he didn't care about the Democrats, what the Democrats had to say, or the independent. The only reason why he took it down is because Tim Scott, who is our uncle in the in Congress, probably got through to him. It's like, yo, boy, like, yo, this is racist. You need to take it down. That's the only thing. But we know he's racist. These are proud racists. And I think we should move on from that subject and stop trying to justify his behavior. Let's just accept it for what it is. Other than that, I think Pam Bondi is doing a horrible, disgusting job. She's blonding all over the place. She's over here trying to use her disgusting personality to disrespect Congress and to interfere with investigation. I think she should be held criminally held. What was it? Viable for her actions as the head of DOJ. When Donald Trump is no longer here, I think she should be brought on charges. She needs to be subpoenaed, right, for her actions, because she's covering up for a lot of very powerful people that did horrible things to young girls. She should be ashamed of herself. And the reason why she's covering up is not because of every single, I think she's covering up for the rich and famous, but I think her main objective is because of Donald Trump. I would like to think, and I may be giving her too much credit, that if Donald Trump was not in the files and if it was only the Democrats, she would have gone full force with DOJ to investigate the Epstein file. But because Donald Trump is there, that's why she's stopping it. I hope that she get investigated for that. She's doing a horrible job. I am very proud of Jasmine Crockett for telling her as it is. That Jasmine Crockett did a great job. I think that was Ted. I'm proud that Ted got her to say that Donald Trump committed no crime. That's perjury, because whether or not Donald Trump committed the crime or not, there are receipts in those emails, in the package, and she should have been able to do an investigation. All right, so she committed perjury.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for having me here. Thank you, Mel, for having me here to have my piece. And I hope you guys come back.
Yeah, if you want to stick around for a moment, I want to show this to Brian real quick here.
Oh, okay.
This is, you're going to see the guy, his actual face. Here we go.
Oh, let me see.
Hopefully. Let's see. This looks a little blurred too. Give me one moment here. Brian, I want you to check this out. We'll talk about it later.
I was getting blown up about this. Apparently,
You see the guy?
I can't
Look
tell
at
if there's a
him.
mustache or not.
See how old he is?
5 for video. So here's the guy here.
It's an old man.
Just pause it for a second. You can see the timestamp. Let me move the chat out of the way. You see the timestamp at the bottom. So this is 1:53 in the morning Mountain Standard Time. We're gonna have to get the, it's a really short video.
You can see his age, right?
Yes.
He's just hopping a gate.
See what I mean? He looks rather homeless if you ask.
Somebody hopping gates, backpacks and stuff. No mask though, no ski mask. How do we just find out now? I don't know. What did he just gave up on the climb, I guess?
So that's all. That's what I wanted
I want to know.
see. All right, that's it. So that's what I meant. Obviously, it's not the same guy that went on her porch. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Yes, I just was waiting for so I don't echo. But
Okay.
yeah, obviously it's not. It doesn't look like the same guy to me, but it is weird. Like, are they in partnership? But the thing is, either way, whoever is on that camera, I think they're probably the guy that they actually went to question, and they either know more than they're willing to say, or he was let go because he wasn't involved.
No. That's not the guy.
No, I know that's not the guy.
Okay, okay.
I know that's not the guy. What I'm saying is that it was very weird that he was there right before the other guy. That's what you're saying, right? So either
No. But what I'm saying, the guy that they let go,
yeah,
it's not either of these guys. This is
really. So
yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So they don't even know who this guy is either?
So anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in today, but we're going to stray away from the show. So this is going to get a little choppy here, but I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. So if you want to stick around, but for those of you who tuned in tonight, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And that's it. Okay. So I want to show you, let's see.
Love you, Brian.
Just hold on tight. Let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. So give me 1 second here. Okay.
For Nancy Guthrie, it continues this afternoon after a bizarre twist in the case overnight.
Yeah, police detained someone.
Rights, and that's when
This is the guy they this is the guy they stop and let go. Let me give you the rundown.
Detained and then quickly released.
The FBI pulled out the Miranda rights, and he read me Miranda rights, and that's when I asked, "So I'm being arrested?" They're like, "No, we're just reading your Miranda rights so we can ask you some questions." What kind of questions? It's about a kidnapping. What? I didn't kidnap no one.
The man who calls himself Carlos had been on the authorities' radar, though they're not saying specifically why. He says they thought he resembled the man in these images from outside Nancy Guthrie's home.
They told my mother-in-law. Okay. They showed her a video. Yeah, because they said that my eyes and my eyelashes look the same. To clear my name. That's all I want.
More than 4,000 tips have come in just to the Pima County.
I don't know about that one. Wow.
Crazy.
So that's it. So this is the guy they let go. The guy that I showed you that was digging around the trash can. This is a new video they just put out today.
I'm echoing. I'm waiting for you. Okay, I was waiting for you. First of all, the fact that they say his eyebrow and lashes look the same is crazy. I would hope that they had better equipment that they have these software where you could remove a mask and tell what somebody look like. So I'm surprised they're not using that. Also, I want to pause for a second. Do you know what the guy just said? The guy said that they read me the Miranda rights, right? And I asked them, they said, "Are you under arrest?" They said, "No, we just want to read you the Miranda rights before we ask you questions." What happened with the Luigi case? The judge decided to keep the bag and everything in the Luigi case, even though they did not read him the Miranda rights prior to asking him questions and prior to open up the bag. You see how the cases are different?
Yep.
You see that? I told you, and I kept on telling people that they were supposed to read him the Miranda right before they asked him a question. Everybody think I'm crazy. You see what just happened just now? I just want to just sidebar on that. But they should know what this guy looked like. There should be softwares that could be able to show or give an image, I mean, at least a sketch of what the guy that came to the door looked like. Don't tell me that you will want to arrest somebody because of the fact that they lashes and the eyebrow look the same. Come on now. We are more advanced than that. Also, what they should be looking for is somebody that walked like the guy. If it was me, I would actually look around to see if there was any videos, right? Or any I would look through everything because we have enough technology. I would look for all around the stores in the different areas. I would look at video cam, like traffic cam, to see if anybody walked like him. That would be my most interesting, because you see how he stooped a little bit as he walked. That's what I'd be looking for if I can't tell his face. To look at the movement of the arm, the way he walked. That's what I would be looking for if I was them. You know?
Yeah.
That's what. And I do want to answer. There was somebody that made a comment and said that I believe wait a minute, let me see who's that person that was saying that. Give me 1 second. Trump will issue a blanket pardon just like Biden did, but don't worry, Republican will win the White House again. Good for you. You see, I'm not worried, Dan. I'm one of the 92% that I don't give that. If Donald Trump win again, good for y'all. You see, I'm living my best life. We're just talking about the crummy individual he is and the crappy job he's doing. But if you guys win the White House again and then Donald Trump dragged the world to nuclear war, it'll be on you. It won't be on me. You have a nice day. So anyway, as you were saying, Mel.
All right. No, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to put that out there. Cash Patel really wants to put this one under his belt. He wants to solve this problem for sure.
And I hope that
think
he
can
does. Let me tell you something. I hope that he does. That would at least be one good job that he does for the world. He needs to bring these people in. DOJ and FBI should stop, gaslighting us and work very hard to bring this woman home, to be honest with you, and do other things as well as investigate the Epstein files so that we could have some confidence in them. Right now, we don't even have, and this is so sad. We don't even have confidence in them to even bring her home. A lot of us don't. A lot of us do not respect or have confidence in the current administration and the heads that run the most powerful agencies in the world. And that's sad. That's really sad. Yes, I am a hater, Henry. I am a hater. I can't stand Donald Trump. Yes, I am a hater. Thank you for recognizing. It's horrible. It's terrible. I would love to say that I have confidence in the administration, but I don't. But if they do find her and bring her home, that at least they'll have something in their belt where we could say, okay, there it is. There it is. They did something good. They did something right. Because, a clock is right at least twice as day, as they say. So I'm expecting them to do something good, something right. I'm expecting it.
All right. Very good.
Huh?
They say the FBI is being blocked from accessing key evidence in the case.
Bullshit.
That the local sheriff is holding them up. He's blocking them out.
Please. The same way the local sheriff is stopped the FBI from investigating the people that unalive, the ICE agent that unalive Renee Nicole Good and Alex Pretty. Is you want me to believe that the FBI, who comes in and take over a case, no matter what, could kick out investigators, attorney generals, right, from their own community? They even the politician can't ask any question about unaliving 2 Americans in the street of Minneapolis. You telling me that FBI is going to allow a sheriff office or detective office to not allow them in a case? Spare me the bullshit. The reason why they say that is because they don't have they can't find her. They're doing a horrible job. That's why. Everybody knows the FBI can come in and take over a case, especially if it's a crazy cross country, if it's a celebrity, if it's even automatically kidnapping. Everybody knows that. So they're lying. They're lying. And why they're lying? Oh my God, they're lying. Oh my God.
Yeah, so much. All right, we've reached our time, and I know.
Thank you. They're lying.
We've had a long day, so thank you guys for tuning in. I'll give you some closing remarks before we close out.
I don't think Miss Guthrie would have done.
Hold on. Say something nice about Trump.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think. I mean, is her name Anne? The media personality, is that Anne Guthrie? Why do I think her name is something else?
Her name is Nancy. Her daughter's name is Annie, the oldest one, and Savannah is the media personality.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm looking at Savannah. I'm thinking of Savannah. I thought Savannah was the oldest. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't recognize the name. I don't know. I just don't think, unless they hired somebody who doesn't know what he's doing, I don't think that person who came to the door would not have known there's a camera there if the family was involved. First of all, I'm hoping the family's not involved, but I don't think that. At first, I also felt that somebody in the family, somebody who knows her very closely, was involved. But the way the person walked up to the camera kind of put doubt on that to me today. I'm like, okay, I don't think the person is probably somebody that know her routine and everything like that, know that she's a millionaire, that knows that's the mother of a very famous person. They know that much, but I don't think they're close enough to know all the details. That's just my opinion. So, yeah.
I think the person stumbled across the house potentially, right? Got into the house. Maybe they saw pictures of the daughter, Fame, or something, or they were trying to get her to an ATM machine. I think it's something of that nature.
I don't know. I mean,
He didn't. I don't think the guy knew the camera. The guy did not know
No,
that the
I
camera
know
was
that the
there.
guy didn't do the. I don't. I know the guy didn't know the camera, but I think the guy was intent on kidnapping.
What makes you say that? The
Because
backpack?
the way he set himself up, not only the backpack, but the gloves. Because if the guy was just coming there to like rob the place and everything, that's an older woman and she's 84 years old. She's probably asleep, right? He could have came in there, robbed the place, took everything, and kept it moving. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see any reason why he would go to all that trouble to kidnap her and take her out of the house and everything like that. I think it was intentionally done. I think it was intentionally done. I would be very surprised to find that the way he just set up, the way he like covered his face and everything and had the gloves and everything on, it could have been a robbery.
Do you think it was a female? Do you think it was a female?
No, that definitely didn't look like a female. That definitely looked like a male. That walk was a male. Okay. That looked like, I would be very surprised if it was a female. That definitely looked like a man walk. Play the video again. You can see the way the person walked up to the camera. That definitely looked like a male.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right,
Mel
guys.
tried it. What did Mel try? Mel tried it. Like, try to get me to say something nice. Mel, keep playing around with me, Stella.
Michael says, who do you want to be the president?
Next president, I'm not sure. I mean, that's a great question. I would love to be honest with you, if I felt that America was ready, I would love for Kamala Harris to try again.
God.
Mel,
no dice.
You asked me a question. Can I answer the question without you?
No, Michael asked the question.
Why we have to be oh God? Why we gotta be oh God in me? You asked me a question, me answer the question, Mel. What happened, Mel? You showing your true nature right now.
You don't want to know the real answer.
I was saying that if we lived in another time in another country and we didn't live on planet Earth 2, I would love for Kamala Harris to run again. However, I don't think that America is ready for a black woman president. I don't think they're ready for a woman president. So I think they're still comfortable with YT males. And I'm not sure who should run at this time. I'm not sure. There's a couple of people that I like the way they're reacting to Donald Trump, but I'm not sure if I will participate in the next election, to be honest with you. I will vote for whoever the Democratic candidate, because I'd be damned if I not vote and allow Donald Trump to win easily, because he might win again, or whoever. They think J.D. Vance is going to run. I don't think J.D. Vance is going to win unless he divorce his wife and marry a white teen woman. That's just me. I don't think Eric Trump is going to win, because everybody know that Erica Trump is known as the special one besides Brandon. And definitely Don Jr. is the crazy one who does a lot of, rugs and everything. So he's not going to run. So I don't see anybody besides Donald Trump that the MAGA community is going to support wholeheartedly to run again. So I would definitely vote for any Democrat that win, but I don't know if I'm going to be active and working and volunteering my time for the next Democratic candidate. I don't know.
You know who's preparing to run is Erica Kirk. She's going to be running for president. Remember this day. She's going to run for president.
Candace Owen is dragging your girl. Candace Owen is dragging her. Do you know that Candace Owen just did a video? I didn't read everything, but apparently, did she do a video saying that the police should investigate Erica Kirk?
Yeah, I saw that.
Is she crazy? I told you. Mel, you have to give me credit that I told you this a few lives ago, and I said Erica Kirk needs to leave Candace Owen alone, because she's gonna drag her and she's gonna drag all her dirt, and she's gonna put a lot of allegation on her, and she's gonna show receipts. I said that. I don't know why Erica Kirk bothered with Candace Owen. I don't know why she did that. She should have left that woman alone. That woman is dragging everything. She actually said the police should now investigate Erica. You don't think that's crazy?
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, that's crazy to me. I don't know if it's true or not. I just think it's crazy to be attacking a public figure like that, attacking a well-known public figure of someone who unalived like that. I just think, and Candace Owens just like, whoo, girl, she got balls. I don't agree with that. Like 98% of stuff that she says. But damn, I have to give her that she has some balls on her.
Yeah. I still can't understand why you can't say one good thing about Donald Trump.
There's nothing good to say about Donald Trump. Did we get our check yet? And whatever happened to the health? Wait a minute. Didn't he release a health coverage? Like Trump PRX or something like that?
Yeah,
Did he release the Trump RX?
That's the pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
How is that working out for everybody?
I think it's going great.
Yeah.
I think today, wait a minute. Today, Mom Donnie, I think the first free grocery store opened up in New York. Did you go?
I didn't go. I didn't hear about it. But once I hear about it, I'm about to go get me some steak and some.
I want to go cover it. I think I'm going to go cover it tomorrow while I'm in the city.
Let me know, because I
have to see this. I'm going to definitely go live. I'll go live for that, but it won't be in participation of robbery or something like that.
You're funny, but if a robbery was going on, you would be filming it, right?
No.
Yes,
I'm not with that. I'm not with it. If the people go into the church, I'm not going to film it. I'm not going in the church. I'm going to stay away from it.
There was a story going on. You would be covering it. I don't even know who you fooling. I don't know who you fooling.
No, wouldn't do
I
it.
I don't know who you playing with. I know if there was a story being covered, I'll give you a prime example. If there was a Catholic church and you knew that one of the priest that's inside was dealing with underage people, you would go into that church to cover that story.
Nope, wouldn't do it.
I disagree 100%.
I would cover it from outside. I wouldn't go inside.
You would have gone in that church to cover the story, especially if the priest.
Do you see what they're doing to Don Lemon?
I see what they're doing to Don, but the case is not going to.
Right.
It's not that the case is not going to be. The case is going to be dropped. He's not going to be charged because he's part of the First Amendment and he was doing a job, so he's not going to be charged.
All right. And what about the money he has to put out for the attorneys? How is he going to get that?
Well, he's rich, so he's rich. His father's rich, but also I know for a fact that if he would put a GoFundMe, you see what happened to. Oh, did you hear that Dawson Creek, the actor, unalived? Due to cancer. Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
So apparently they did. Let me get his name. We should talk about that because he did unalive today. He had cancer, and you never saw Dawson Creek?
No.
Dawson. You never saw Dawson Creek actor. Okay. His name was. There's a lot of tribute.
What is Walker?
Hold on a second. James Van Der Beek. He unalived. He was the main actor for Dawson Creek. It was a show that was in. I don't know if it was early in the 1998. It was the first episode that came on and stuff like that. So apparently he and his wife have 6 children. They're beautiful. I saw the picture. And now the family needs help, so they created a GoFundMe. And as of today, it raised $1.3 million. I want to say, blessings to him and his family. May he rest in peace. I do have one question, though. Right? Why does his family need $1.3 million? What happened to the money that he had? Why didn't he have health care coverage during his battle with cancer that could have seemed to decimate the family? I have a lot of questions that why is an actor of his caliber, his family is now struggling that they had to do a GoFundMe to pay their bills, to pay for their home, and to take care of the children. Also, while he was sick, apparently the wife had like 6 miscarriages and she had 6 children. Why were they continuously having children, which is their right to have, when they had such financial straits? I ask all these questions because I feel really bad that family is now in this horrific state because he unalived, and I don't like it. So if Donald Trump is going to do anything with his health coverage, he should be looking for Dawson Creek actor, because in my opinion, if he didn't, there's two things. He could have had, for something like that, he should have had health coverage. So either he didn't want the health coverage and he wanted to pay it all himself, and they ran out of money. In regards to the children, they don't believe in pro-choices, so they had a lot of children. But at the end of the day, whatever it is, he should have had health care coverage to support him and his family, and they shouldn't be in dire straits. Donald Trump, healthcare, whatever Donald Trump creates should help families like that. That's what I want to say.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Nice having you on tonight.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody for coming through tonight with Watching the World.
Wait a minute, before you leave, you said that something happened today. What happened today? Did the Trump RX started today? Is that what you were trying to tell me?
No, I told you.
Oh, okay. It was a free food. Okay.
Grocery store.
All right. So until Donald Trump does something positive, like give me my $2,000 check, I don't have nothing good to say about him. Thank you. Good night.
So if he give you a little money, you'll be all right with him?
If I see that stimulus check, I won't be all right with him, but I'll be able to say one thing good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Thank you guys so much for, also, I just wanted to say this before I go. What is Waka Flocka's mother's name?
Oh, she isn't her name Tammy? My son Queen's Flip did an interview with her, and she's a Trump supporter.
Yeah, but what's her name? Waka Flocka's mother.
I thought her name was Tammy. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Tammy something, right?
Waka Flocka. Hold on. Mom's name. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, Brian.
Oh, Deborah. I'm sorry, not Tammy.
Yeah.
Deborah Auntie.
Okay.
Auntie. What about her?
All right. So my little cousin Paris, I'm going to be introducing her to the Watching the World community next week.
Okay.
But she's playing her in the new TV show or movie.
Oh, nice.
Paris is playing her. She's an actress.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. She's playing her probably like from the age of 9 till 13 or something like that.
Yeah, she has a great story. I don't know if she saw my Queen's Flip interviewed her years ago and got her entire story on his channel. She came and interviewed. It was a great interview with him and my son.
My cousin, she played in the Abbott. I don't watch all these shows, unfortunately,
nice.
but she just finished that up. She's been in so many different movies. But anyway, she'll be on the channel next week to introduce her.
Oh,
for an interview. It'd be nice. But at any rate, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Mama Flip. You're far too kind. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow at News at Noon. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Go ahead.
The case is open tomorrow, right? They're having a hearing tomorrow on Friday.
For?
The Alexander brothers. The judge said that she wanted to have another trial on Friday because they were running out of time. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know that. I was going to cover this other new case tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It starts with the B. I have to look up the case, but I peeked in there today. Bogdali or something like that. I can't think of.
Well, let me know about it. I just want to let you know I might be there tomorrow morning. Okay.
And they had Maduro on for court today, but it wasn't. So I don't know what's going on with Nicolas Maduro. But anyway, I'll keep everybody posted for it. All right.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Different voices, but the same song. Living a world where we all belong. Kindness leading the way, breaking the chains. In the symphony of love, the theme remains. Embracing diversity, brighter days in sight. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. The colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.